been going to this church now for about 10 years. And, I am an operator. The fancy name for it is executive director at a senior living company. And so in the past 10 years since I've been going to this church, I told Bishop, I said, one of the reasons why I am in this seat, the reason why I have this big office, all the titles I've had in this company, I really give God the glory, but it's also because of your encouragement. When I started in this industry 10 years ago, I worked in the sales part of the business. And I said to myself, I kept saying, I want to make more money. I want to make more money. Everybody wants to make more money. And so the only way I was going to be able to do that was to get into operations. And so I don't have a degree in operations. My degree is in human development and gerontology, which is the study of elderly people. They really wanted someone with a business degree, but Bishop had given a word on applying for something even if you're not qualified, because at the end of the day, God decides if we're qualified. So I decided to go for the position, and in the interview, they actually asked me, well, what makes you qualified? And I told them, I said, well, God makes me qualified. And to God be the glory, the person that I told that to was a strong believer. She told me she couldn't believe how I spoke so boldly to this corporation in front of a room full of people about the Lord. And she gave me the position, and ever since I've been in this company, I've continued just to have more and more growth. I became an operator for a while. I was a district director where I was overseeing people. At one point, that same individual who's now vice president made me her partner. And so what I really wanted to just encourage people is that, at the end of the day, God decides if we're qualified. I have quite a testimony. I'm not going to tell everything here, but, I have a past. I went to jail as a juvenile. I was born to a prostitute. And so, at the end of the day, your past doesn't define you. I wasn't fed from a silver spoon. Everything that I have gotten has been through my own hard work. I'm not even 40 years old, and I own 2 homes. I just want to say, too, that ever since I started coming to this church and I was encouraged in my giving, I make 4 times the amount that I made when I first started. And so again, as a single mom who is not even 40 years old, to have what I have, at the end of the day, all of those things are just because of God. Nobody else. It's not through my hard work. I'm not anybody special. And I also just want to encourage some of the folks that have started coming to this church, continue to come. Allow the people that are here to pour into you. It's important to come. A lot of folks say, well, I can just do church on my own. I can read scripture at home. And those are all important things to do. But the encouragement that I've had from the people here, when I was buying my first home, I didn't have people who were hating on me here at the church. I had people who were encouraging me. They were asking me how I did it. I showed people, well, this is what I did, and then they bought homes. You can't depend on the world for that kind of encouragement, but the individuals that are in this church will pour into you. And, I still struggle. There's still a lot of things that I need to be delivered from. In fact, a couple weekends ago, I texted some of the ladies here at the church, and I was like, you guys, I'm kind of struggling. Here I am, 38 years old. I'm single. I have a very good life. And I'm like, the temptation is out there, and this is hard, ladies. I need your prayers. So they prayed for me, and immediately when they prayed for me, I just felt this calm come over me. And it's helped me stay on the path of doing things God's way. Because every time I start to slip and I start to do things the world's way, everything gets out of alignment, things get crazy, my anxiety comes back. But when I'm aligned with the people in this church, I'm doing things God's way, everything works out. And, I said a couple years ago that I wanted to make 6 figures. Well, now I want to make $1 million. So I'm just declaring that right now.